Hey guys, welcome to my 2007 Grand Marquis review. I've always liked the Grand Marquis and also the Crown Victorias because of their simplistic design and their bulletproof reliability. If it's good enough for police, taxi, and rental car agencies, it's going to be good enough for me. That's what I figured. And to date, I haven't had any problems with this car. This car right now has 46,000 miles on it. When I bought it, it had 35,000 miles. The only issue that I personally have had was a blown shock in the back, and that could have honestly have happened by the previous owner. So this car came with a 4.6 liter V8, which is pretty much the same V8 that you would find in a new Edge Mustang. But in the new Edge Mustang, it made 260 horsepower and 302 pound-feet of torque. Whereas in this car, it makes 224 horsepower and 275 pound-feet of torque. When we're talking handling, this is a Grand Marquis. It's a 2-ton car. There's no such thing as handling in these cars. And go-go? There is some, but not a lot, especially when it comes down to city driving. It's because of the rear end. It has a 2.73 rear end ratio, and it's actually also an open differential, which I really dislike. It doesn't matter if it's just fresh rain or, in worst case, snow, you'll be spinning if you get on the gas a little bit too much. And that's because all the power and torque of that V8 is being sent to one wheel instead of with a locking differential to two. The common misconception is that this engine in this car is completely different than the engine found in the police interceptor. But it is essentially the same engine. The only thing that's different is an intake, dual exhaust, and a tune. And all these parts can still be got online, and you can just upgrade the power of your Grand Marquis to that of the police interceptor, and that would make 250 horsepower and 297 pound-feet of torque, which is still not a whole lot of power, but it's better than what I got now. So this car is sluggish off the line. 0 to 60 is going to take you in the upper 8-second range, and a quarter mile is going to take you 16 plus seconds. This car doesn't really shine when it comes down to inner city driving, but it's when you get on the highway things change. Because of the rear end ratio, you don't even turn 2,000 RPM when you're doing 80 miles an hour. And when you turn off your overdrive and hit the go pedal, it shifts down to second gear and it just plain moves. Now if you were to keep your foot in it, it'll go all the way up to 90 miles an hour, and that is insane. And we're gonna come up on a stop sign over here, so I'll illustrate the problem that you have with this car and the rear end ratio when you're in the city and you want to get out of Dodge real quick. There's that open rear end. It just takes a while. It really just takes a while. But that is not why you buy this car. This car is not for racing, not in stock form anyway. This car is for cruising, and at 45 miles an hour, the torque converter locks up and you're just above idle. It's great. The thing that most people can't get over with this car is just the way it looks. It looks like an old tank, and it's probably because it is an old tank. The Panther platform is a platform that has been in production for 33 years. And that is a long time. Of course, there's been numerous improvements, and the last major improvement came, I believe, in 2003, where they changed the steering and tidied up the handling a bunch. So with that being said, if you're looking for a Grand Marquis or a Crown Victoria, I would definitely consider purchasing one after the frame refresh. There's another positive thing about getting one of the cars that has the upgraded frame, and that is the engine. You'll for sure have the performance enhanced engine as opposed to the older engine, which just makes it a little less horsepower. Most people, if you are a tuner, don't like the drive-by-wire. This car has drive-by-wire, and it switched over to drive-by-wire in 2005. So if you want to have a car that has no drive-by-wire, get a 2003 or 2004 car. Now there are a ton of people that actually race these cars, and there's a ton of parts you can buy for them to make them handle better and go better. One of the sites that I absolutely love is adtr.net. They have everything from headers to superchargers. They actually developed a supercharger kit that with supporting mods will pump up the horsepower at the wheels to 360 and the torque equivalent 360 as well. That would be a whole lot more awesome with that Vortex supercharger kit, for sure. Now this car's interior is just as dated as the exterior is, but the dash pad especially, they didn't change that after 1995. The only thing that changed was, of course, a bunch of knobs and a bunch of other small little things, and of course in 2006 you got the tachometer. Now the trunk in this car is absolutely huge, and that is one of the major pluses and one of the reasons why I got this car. There's no haul at the grocery store too big. If it's too big, then you're buying too much beer. Gas mileage unfortunately is not that good in the city. You're looking at 16 miles per gallon the way that I drive it. But on the highway, if you keep your foot out of it and if you drive the speed limit, which is another issue of mine, you can hit 30 miles per gallon, and that is insane for a big rear-wheel drive sedan like this. Now this car is an LS model, so it comes with the leather interior. If you get a GS, you'll have cloth. In my opinion, you definitely need to get the leather interior. It's just that much easier to clean, especially if you have kids, which is pretty much the main reason why I got this car, because it fits 2 car seats quite comfortably. Now this car does have a different steering wheel than the standard LS's. It is an upgraded steering wheel which gives you control over the radio, which is a pretty neat function, but honestly, if I bought this thing brand new, I probably wouldn't have gotten it because it's quite easy to just reach over and turn on the radio. Now another option that you could get was a sports package, and if you're looking for this particular model of Grand Marquis, this body style Grand Marquis, you could only get that for 2006 and 2007. It has a self-leveling air suspension in the back, a limited slip rear differential, and it makes just a little bit more horsepower than this car does due to dual exhaust being standard. Now when it comes down to brakes on this car, they're adequate at best. It's a 2-ton car, so you can't expect a world of them. But with all that being said, you just do not buy this car to haul ass. You buy this car to transport yourself and your family in great comfort. And that is exactly why you should get one of these cars. And if you want to performance mod it, go right ahead. You're going to surprise a bunch of people at the light for sure. So that's it for this review. I hope you guys liked it, and I'll see you on the flip side. And look at that. That is nice. That suddenly don't make me want to talk about the Grand Marquis anymore.